Hi, good morning students. Welcome to the online classes. Now you have the social class. We are in the second chapter, Globe, a model of the earth. In the last class, we learned about the movements of the earth. Two types of movements, rotation and revolution. What is rotation? The earth moves its own, like a top. The earth moves on its own axis round. That is called a rotation. Because of rotation, we have days and nights. And the other movement is called a revolution. What is revolution? The earth going around the sun. The earth going around the sun. The sun is there in the middle. The earth is going around the sun. That is called revolution. When the earth goes around the sun, it will come at different positions on its orbit. And because of that, seasons changes. Seasons change. Okay. Now, we also found some terms like winter solstice, summer solstice. These two words we found. Because when the sun is above the Tropic of Cancer, in the north it is summer solstice and in the south it is winter. And when the sun is on the Tropic of Capricorn, it is winter solstice in north. Like that we learned some terms like that also. Also we understood why the seasons change. Now, equinoxes. Let us learn a word equinox. What is meant by equinox? So the sun changes its position, how? From Tropic of Cancer to equator, from equator to Tropic of Capricorn, from north to south and south to north. When the sun's position changes towards north or the sun moves towards north, we usually call it Uttarayanam. When the sun moves towards south, then we usually call it a Dakshinayana. So the movement of the earth is called Ayanam in our languages. During this process, during this movement, two times the earth comes above the equator. On 2 days, it is given as 21st March and 23rd September. On 21st March and 23rd September, the sun is above the Tropic of, the sun is above the equator. At that time, the daytime in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere will be the same all over the world. That means the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere experiences same day length. Daytime will be same in both the hemispheres. Usually, when it is summer in the north, usually the days in the south are short and nights are long. When the sun is that means the summer is in the southern hemisphere, then in the north, the days are short and nights are long. But on equinoxes, that means on 21st March and 23rd September, the days and nights are equal all over the world, like that. So these dates are called equinoxes. These dates are called equinoxes because the sun is above the equator on these days. And because of the position of the sun, the seasons of northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere is different. In northern hemisphere it will be spring season, and in the southern hemisphere it will be autumn season. On March 21st. On March 21st, it is spring in northern hemisphere and autumn in southern hemisphere. On 23rd September, which date? 23rd September, September 23. The reverse will take place. That means it will be spring in southern hemisphere and autumn in the northern hemisphere. Because this time the sun is moving towards south. On September 23, the sun is on its way to Tropic of Capricorn, like that. So these are equinoxes. Now, because of the movement of the earth, some other things also happen. We also know that the earth has a natural satellite. What's the natural satellite of the earth? Yes, moon is the natural satellite of the earth. Moon also moves around. Moon also going around. Moon is going around what? Moon is going around the earth. When the moon going around the earth, sometimes what happens? It will come between sun and the earth, or it may go the other side and the earth will come in the middle. Because of these movements, two natural phenomena take place. They are called eclipses. What are they called? Eclipses. Grahanam. There are two types of eclipses. One is called solar eclipse. Solar eclipse means Surya Grahanam. The other one is lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse means Chandra Grahanam. So how many eclipses are there? Two. Which are they? One, solar eclipse. Two, lunar eclipse. Now let us study these phenomena with the help of a diagram. So look at the diagram. First we discuss solar eclipse. Look at the picture here. You can see on the left side there is a sun, and on the right side there is the earth. Between the sun and the earth, here it is the moon. Look at the sunlight. The moon comes between the sun and the earth. As a result, the shade of the moon falls on the earth. That means the areas which is in the shade of the earth, shade of the moon, now cannot see the sun. So this situation is called solar eclipse. Look at here, the direct shade of the moon which is falling on the earth is called umbra. The people who are in the umbra sees the complete solar eclipse, and towards the side there is the shady region. The people who are living there, the people who are living in the penumbra region, that region is called penumbra, and the people who are living there can observe only partial solar eclipse. They cannot see the complete solar eclipse. Solar eclipse occurs on a new moon day. Only on a new moon day, solar eclipse takes place. So this is the phenomena of a solar eclipse, Chandra Grahanam. ఎప్పుడైతే చంద్రుడు సూర్యుడికి భూమికి మధ్య ఇలా వచ్చినప్పుడు మూన్, చంద్రుడి యొక్క నీడ భూమి మీద పడడం, అప్పుడు ఆ నీడలో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి సూర్యుడు కనపడకుండా పోవడం దాన్నే సూర్యగ్రహణం అంటారు. సూర్యగ్రహణం. ఇట్ మే టేక్ some hours to complete one solar eclipse. In English we call it eclipse. So understood the position of the moon. Moon comes between the sun and the earth, and the sun's rays fall on one side of the moon, the other side is darkness. The dark area has a shade. The shade falls on the earth. So the people who are in the shady region cannot observe the sun, and that area is called, in that area the people watch the solar eclipse. So this phenomena is called a solar eclipse. Here you can see the sun, the moon and the earth are on a straight line now, isn't it? They are on a straight line. Now look here, this is the view of the solar eclipse from the earth. In the TV sometimes they are showing when there is a solar eclipse like this only. The moon's shade slowly fall on the earth, then the moon slowly cover the sun like this only, from one side to the other. Okay, now we understood how solar eclipse means Surya Grahanam takes place. It takes place because the moon comes between the sun and the earth, and in some area on the earth the shade of the moon fall. The people in that area see they cannot see the sun because the sun is covered by the moon's shade. That is solar eclipse. Now let us see what is lunar eclipse. What happens in lunar eclipse? Lunar eclipse also like that today. Here earth comes between the sun and the moon. We already know that the sunlight falls on one side of the earth only. That side will have daytime. The other side there is no light, that is shade. There is shade there. So in the shady region we have night. When the moon goes into the shade, we have lunar eclipse. That is lunar eclipse. Let us see the diagram. Look at the picture here. Here you can see the sun and the earth and the moon are on a straight line. Here what is in the middle? The earth is in the middle. That means the earth comes between the sun and the moon. Here what is happening? The moon comes into the shade of the earth. The moon goes into the shade of the earth. Then the moon becomes completely invisible. This is lunar eclipse. This is called a lunar eclipse. You can see where the sun's light fall on one side of the earth, the other side is dark. If moon goes to that side, the moon does not get the sunlight. When the moon does not get the sunlight, it cannot shine. That's why we cannot see the moon. So this situation is called lunar eclipse. Here also you can see the umbra and penumbra. In complete lunar eclipse, the moon will be in the umbra region. If it is in the penumbra region, there will be partial lunar eclipse only. Lunar eclipse usually takes place on a full moon day. When there is full moon day, then only lunar eclipse will take place. The moon slowly goes into the shade and then comes out. This also may take some hours. So this process is called a lunar eclipse. You remember this position of the sun? If you remember this diagram, you can say the answer. Okay, now you understood how days and nights occurred? And like this only. Already we studied the shape of the earth. The shape of the earth is almost spherical. Spherical means like a ball. So we can turn it around very easily. And like that only the earth moves around its own axis, causing day and night. That's it. Hope you have understood this lesson very well. And you have to go to the question answer page. Here the meanings are given, glossary given. All the meanings, the Telugu meanings also given. Equator, axis means aksham. Equator means bhumadhya rega. Tropic of Cancer means karkada rega. Tropic of Capricorn means makara rega. Arctic circle means Arctic Valayam. Here it is written Arctic Valayam. In Telugu like that only they say. Antarctic circle. In Telugu it is written Antarctic Valayam. Circle and a Valayam. North Pole. Pole means Dhruvam. North Pole means Uttara Dhruvam. South Pole, Dachina Dhruvam. Meridians, Madhyana Rekhalu. Madhyana Rekhalu. That's the meaning of meridians. Greenwich or prime meridian. And Greenwich Lega Pramanika Rekamsam. International date line. Antarjatiya Dina Rekha. Latitudes. Akshamshalu. Northern Hemisphere. Uttarartha Golam. Southern Hemisphere. Dachinartha Golam. Ardha Golam and a hemisphere. Ardham and a half. Dachinartha means south half sphere. This is Southern Hemisphere. Eastern Hemisphere. Turpu Ardha Golam. Western Hemisphere. Pachima Ardha Golam. Seasons. Rutubulu. Solar eclipse. Surya Grahanam. Lunar eclipse. Chandra Grahanam. These meanings also you have to study very well. Because whenever we read or hear about these things, suddenly we can remember all these things and we can understand also. Now improve your learning. Question answers are given there. Question answers are given. Here answers are not given. Questions are given. Answers we have to learn from study material. And actually study material also no need in the textbook. All answers are there. All answers are there in the textbook. Do you have study material? Study from the study material and write to one time. These answers you write to one time. What is a globe? Globe is a model of the earth. What are the movements of the earth? Rotation and revolution are the movements of the earth. Which movement of the earth causes day and night? Rotation. The movement of the earth causes day and night is rotation. What happens when the earth rotates? What happens when the earth rotates? When the earth rotates, that part of the earth which is in the light will go to darkness, and that part in the darkness will come to the light. Like that only day and night occur. Define the earth rotation and revolution. The movement of the earth on its own axis around is called a rotation. Then revolution. The earth, while rotating on its axis, going around the sun. Going around the sun on an elongated path which is called orbit. This movement is called a revolution. What is the true shape of the earth? The earth is spherical in shape, but not a perfect sphere. So the true shape of the earth is called a geoid. Yes. Which latitude is known as the Tropic of Cancer? Which latitude is known as the Tropic of Cancer? 23.5 degree north latitude is known as Tropic of Cancer. Read the paragraph under the title Equinox and comment on it. What to say? First we say what are equinoxes. We have to say so when the sun changes its position from north pole to northern hemisphere to southern hemisphere, means from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, and from Tropic of Capricorn to Tropic of Cancer, the sun comes above the equator on 21st March and 23rd September. These days are called equinoxes. On that day, the days and nights are equal all around the world. Also, on 21st March, it is spring season in the north and autumn in the south. On 23rd March, on 23rd September, vice versa, means just opposite to that. Spring in the south and autumn in the north, like that. 9. Create a table and list out the similarities and differences between latitude and longitudes. Make a table of similarities and differences between latitude and longitudes. Similarities means these are both are imaginary lines. Latitude and longitudes are imaginary lines. These are curved shape. These are curved. These lines are curved lines. These are the main similarities. And dissimilarities, that means differences. Latitudes are a complete circle. Latitudes are a complete circle, but longitudes are semicircles. Semicircles means half circles only. Latitudes, there are 180 latitudes and there are 360 longitudes. There are 360 longitudes. Okay. Latitudes are different in sizes. The largest is equator. The smallest is, that means the poles are only points. But all longitudes are same length. All longitudes are of same length. So these are the important differences. 10th question, if India has a day, it is night in America. What's the reason for this difference? When it is day in India, it is night in America. What's the reason for that? It is because these two countries are located just opposite on the globe. Opposite sides of the globe. That means if this side there is India, just opposite the other side is America. So when India comes towards the sun, the other side will be in a shade, that means darkness. But America comes towards the sun, then there will be sunlight in America, then it will be dark in the other side, on the other side that is India. That is how this difference takes place. So these 10 questions answers you write and send to me, that is your homework for today. Okay? Thank you.